What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Ash, the man. What's the noise? And you know your boy's here for some AI Somnium files, and this is part 9 too. For anybody who has joined in this race with me, has definitely understand that this game has kind of been all over the place, bro. Like, and what I mean, it's kind of been all over the place, bro. Like, we literally just got a lot of things to add us to Renji, and Utama pretty much witnessing their friend being dead, Ota and Iris being killed in this different route. So each of these routes is dealing with like a particular time period of like what exactly is going on. So right now we are at a very like sensitive thing that's going on, and it's getting spicy. I will say that it's getting really spicy. So we about to see what's going on here. So, all right.
Right here.
I am sure you are already aware of Ota
Just before I arrived. Buff.
and the cause of death.
Right, about that. Ota had a stab wound from a kitchen knife in his...
Correct.
What was the exact cause of death? Was it the knife wound, or...?
I cannot determine that. I can conclude that the knife wound was at least close to being... Even if Ota was still alive on the workbench, he was certainly on the verge of death. If he weren't already extremely weak, we would expect to see more signs of struggle.
But why? Why did the culprit put the costume on Ota?
Unknown. Iris's estimated time of death and cause of death have been... The video was not a recording. It was a live stream, filmed in real time.
Which means Iris's time of death is 3...
Iris also had her left eye removed.
Yeah.
And like Renju and Shoko, Iris's left eyeball has not been recovered.
No. I checked this place point by point.
This forklift it does not appear to be... It has not been moved. A video camera. This is what the criminal used to All of these items have been bought from pawn shops and thrift stores. It would be difficult. I have logged into the Okiura Fishery Co., Ltd. However, I found the password written directly on the router. Anyone who... I have done some research. As the name suggests, the company is owned by the Okiuras. Renju's father created the company.
Another connection to Renju.
No, actually. Currently, Okiura Fishery the company has been managed by office representatives for the past 17 years after Renju holds no shares and is not involved in the management. In short, Renju did not inherit the company from his father, and it was instead
But it can't be a coincidence.
It certainly is suspicious. Date, we should get moving. Officers from the local jurisdiction are checking the warehouse thoroughly. We will not find anything of importance here.
Yeah, you're right.
You can ask CSI to inform you if they find anything.
All right.
There are only...
Is this warehouse not in...
Date, I have to talk to you about something.
Huh?
About the original Cyclops
Why this all of a sudden?
Because I want you to solve this case, Mr. I want you to find who did this and bring... So, if I can help you...
Why didn't you say anything in a bit?
The boss was there. I couldn't speak open, so I decided to meet you.
All right, let's hear it.
Earlier, I told you that I was completely certain the original Cyclops killer could... I am absolutely certain the original Cyclops killer could not have committed these crimes. Let me explain why. I'll start by telling you the identity of the Cyclops killer. Although, it's more accurate to say, killers.
More than one?
In the first series of killings, the culprit had an accomplice. One of them was born a murderous psychopath. The other is Rohan Kumakura, the previous chairman of the Kumakuras. They each had a role to play. The murderer committed the homicide, and Rohan removed the eyeball. He was born with a brain dysfunction. Due to damage to the posterior pituitary gland, he was unable to properly secrete oxytocin.
Oxytocin is a peptide hormone linked to feelings of love, affection, and trust. It is colloquially referred to as the love hormone. It causes a tranquilizing effect which improves mood and relieves stress. It is normally secreted when the body makes contact with an object of affection, such as an embrace or caress.
I'm sure you know what this implies. He was unable to feel love in the way that we do. However, he was able to experience... His brain was wired in such a way that allowed him to feel satisfaction due to the unique idiosyncrasies of his brain. He was able to release large by performing a certain action.
What was it?
Murder.
Dopamine is a hormone linked to the reward system of the pleasant feeling attained through accomplishment is dopamine. Endorphins are a kind of brain narcotic. They dull pain and create a feeling of happiness.
He got pleasure from killing people?
It's slightly more complicated. Killing people was the only way he could get... He was 12 when he took his first life. That enlightened him to the pleasure of murder, which... That... I don't know.
The details of the original Cyclops serial killings case have been even the official investigation material contained. I am unable to draw any conclusions from them.
You really have no idea?
If I did, I would... 18 years ago, Rohan took a woman's eye. She was already dead. He put his finger into her eye socket and gouged it out. The reason why was simple. He was fascinated by women. Their beauty stimulated his greed and his desire. He needed to have them. Driven by this instinctive impulse, he took the woman. From then on, he acquired a grotesque obsession. He was very particular about his need that the eye belonged to a deceased. But even being the head of a Yakuza gang, there weren't too many opportunities. His deepest, darkest desire went unfulfilled. However, he soon met the aforementioned psychopath. The Cyclops killer would commit the murder, and Rohan would take the eye. Thus, a mutually beneficial relationship. This was the origin of the Cyclops serial killings. At about the same time, you were assigned.
The original Cyclops killer had an accomplice,
There were two Cyclops.
and one of them was the former chairman of the Kumakuras.
Rohan committed suicide by jumping to his...
That means... Pewter, tell me this. One of the original killers is dead. I know that. That means one remains. Who is he?
After his fourth murder, he was arrested by the police. They actually picked him up on other charges. But, in any case, he is currently serving a
Fuchu prison?
Yes.
What's his name?
In prison, he doesn't have a name. He is simply called Number 89.
Number 89.
I know who killed Shogun Adami.
So, now you know why I said that. That the original Cyclops killer couldn't have committed these crimes. Because one is dead, and the other, neither of them had the opportunity.
Interesting.
I heard from the police because you didn't take care of Iris. My boy Ota got it.
Date, I looked into the investigation. Mayumi confirmed Ota's body early this morning.
I see.
I'm sorry. I want to be alone. Did you not hear me? I said leave!
Date, she is in no state to talk.
Yeah. Mizuki must know about Iris and Ota.
Of course, the news was distributed heavily across not just in Japan, but 3 days ago, Mizuki discovered her mother's body. 2 days ago, her father. This morning, 2 of her It is completely understandable that she is at...
Can I be left alone for a while?
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Aiba, contact Abyss. See if they can get Mizuki a good counselor.
Understood.
Iris was my everything. We always went everywhere, whether it was buying clothes or taking a walk or going shopping at the When she was young, her hand was too small, and it was 2, then 3. But eventually, she left my hands altogether. She started crossing her arms, being independent, even though she needed constant attention. Her memories are apart when she was a baby. She fell off that, so one day she tore up her picture book all over Another time she drew with crayons all over the She painted my portrait on Mother's Day. Scratches on the floor, chipped everything you said.
Hitomi, my entire focus is on this case. Is there anything at all you can tell me?
I don't know if this is important.
No, please.
I may have told you this already. I met Renju's wife Shoko twice before. The first time at the wedding, the second time a month ago. That second time was in the waiting room of the prison.
Prison?
There's an acquaintance of mine from I visit them a few times a year. And by coincidence, I don't think she noticed me, but I recognized her as Renju's wife. She was there for the same reason I was. To visit one of the...
Do you know who?
No, I don't. We didn't talk.
Which prison?
Fuchu Prison.
Fuchu.
Prison?
Oda was one of my students. I taught him in elementary school. I heard it from the police. Oda tried to help Iris and... I don't know what to say. I have no...
I'm sorry to have bothered you. I'll be going now.
I don't know what to do. Thinking about her.
Damn.
Dante, please, you have to catch them. Please. Please.
I will. Trust me.
Are you okay, hon?
Huh?
About last night. Well, at 3 in the morning.
You know about it?
It's on every channel. You have the face of a ghost.
I don't need a drink. I need him for... Do you have anything?
Well, I do have...
Tell me.
The Kumakuras are involved in this case. Remember what I told you before? That there's a relationship between Ren and the Kumakura? Shoko also has a relationship. You know about her dealings with the Kumakura.
So basically, 2 of the victims are linked. That must mean they're involved somehow, right?
Not 2.
3. Iris?
No, not that one. He came here last night.
Ota?
Yes, from Matsu. He's linked to the Kumakura. Have you heard the rumor? The Kumakuras own a handful of real estate. They of course look legit, but they're Yakuza fronts. I'll call those real estate companies the KE to keep it simple for you. The KE followed in So's footsteps. They bought up land in Kawasaki. Now, back to So. Have you heard of the plans for the casino? And So was the one who came up with...
I was born and raised. I remember the landscape of my childhood, But look at Kabasaki. When I see images of the destruction on television, my heart aches like it's being... But I promise you, I will revive... Casino Town Kabasaki will give new life to the city!
After that, So moved. He submitted the bills he needed to the National Assembly after drumming up support in the right place. The bills passed, and it became an official government initiative.
Decontamination efforts therefore increased at a rapid pace in the Kabasaki. At the moment, the area is still However, the air in Kabasaki is currently purified to such an extent that it has no negative effect.
If the plan goes smoothly, and all that land is owned by the KE. And by So himself. The land he bought back for $1 billion will be worth 10 times that soon.
He's involved in some shady bit.
This is just another rumor, but the chemical plant exploding was no accident. It was
by So and the Kumakuras, you mean?
But there's no hard evidence. It's just gossip. What were we talking about again?
Ota and the Kumakura.
Oh, you know how Matsushita Diner is close to the Kaba... The chemical plant explosion made times hard. Foot traffic went down. No wonder it closed down. Ota must hold a grudge. Someone caused that explosion. And if it was intentional, he'd hate them even more. That's how I link Ota to the Kumak...
Thank you, Mama. I don't know if what you told me will lead to anything, but...
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to waste your time.
No, it was very helpful.
I'm glad I can help, even if it's just a little.
Well then, be seeing you.
Come back anytime.
Where did she go?
Well, she isn't always here.
True. What are you doing?
I thought it would be easier to talk like this.
What do we have to talk about?
A summary of the investigation.
What summary?
That's not true.
Huh?
I was curious, so I did some research about number 89. Unknown.
You don't know?
No such person is listed in the family register. It is possible he is a foreigner, but his nationality is a... However, I believe it is safe to say that he was born and... Pewter claims that there were two culprits behind the original serial killings. One was the former chairman of the Kumakuras.
But Rohan committed suicide.
That leaves one culprit still...
But number 89 couldn't possibly have committed. He was in jail when each of the murders occurred.
Correct. However, I do not believe it is accurate to claim that he had no...
I know who killed Shogun Adam.
If he was telling the truth, his involvement... Unknown. I cannot determine if they have any connection. Approximately 1 month ago, Hitomi Sagan witnessed Shoko in Fuchu Prison's waiting room. I am unable to say for certain that the person she was there to visit was number 89. After all, Fuchu Prison houses 2,000 inmates.
But number 89 knew Shoko's name.
I know who killed Shogun Adam.
That must mean that he knew her somehow.
It is possible. As you know, he is an assassin with multiple confirmed kills. He is currently serving a sentence at Fuchu Prison. He was imprisoned 6 years ago.
That's what Pewter told us.
After his fourth murder, he was arrested by the police.
Let's talk to number 89.
All right. However, we need not go to him. We can bring him to us. If we plan on syncing with him, it would be more efficient.
Can you arrange that?
I can.
Sorry to interrupt your busy day, but I need you to tell me something. I'd appreciate your cooperation.
Number 89.
Your real name.
I don't remember. Yeah, I guess I do.
About a month ago, Shoko visited Fuchu Prison. Was she there to see you?
That's right.
What did you talk about?
Nothing special.
You're in no position to lie.
I'm not lying. She didn't come to hear me talk.
Then why did she come?
To meet me.
Meet you?
She probably just wanted to see me. A long time ago. I don't remember exactly when.
What's your relationship to her?
A physical one. I'm kidding. She was just a business partner. That's right. I was one of the culprits behind the case 6 years ago. One of the two Cyclops kids. Burkina Faso.
Burkina Faso is a republic in West Africa.
I don't have time for your jokes. All right, let's get right down to it. 2 days ago, you called Investigation HQ, and I know who killed Shoko Nadami.
That's right.
Who?
Hey, don't be so hasty. We haven't agreed on a deal. You're gonna let me out of prison, right?
It's done. You've got a deal.
All right. But to explain it properly, I need to tell you a story. It might take some time. Is that all right with you?
I've got nothing but time.
Then let's get started. The story of a lonely assassin. Once upon a time, there was a detective, full of righteous justice. Let's call him F. F found the evils of the world intolerable. F had no parents, no siblings, and grew up in an orphanage. He suffered every kind of abuse imaginable. It led him to despise all the evils of the world. One day, F was chasing a thug down at the harbor. Someone wanted for the assault and murder of women.
Okay, I get it. I'll just throw down my knife. Here. And you lower your gun. It's fine. I'll go quietly. You know, I have a history with hospitals. I've been going to a special hospital for a while. Even if I get caught, it's all good. I'll come right back out again. What should I do next time? Just thinking about it gets me excited.
The culprit was unarmed, but F never served a day in prison. The case went to trial for some time, but it was determined to be self-defense. If the truth got out, it would be a huge... People at the upper level were terrified of what might happen. so they had evidence fabricated. F wasn't suspended or disciplined at all. After a while, he returned to his job like nothing happened. That was a turning point for him. He was ready to shed the morality that was weighing him down, holding him back. F still wanted justice, and he was willing to dispense it to the immoral one by one. He became an assassin, a lone gunman, no agent, no employer. He was his own man. F believed that he was judge, jury, and executioner. But it didn't last long. One day, F got rid of a criminal we'll call X. X was responsible for defrauding and killing an innocent old man for his life insurance. Turns out, X had connections. Someone wasn't happy that he died. Rohan Kumakura, chairman of the Kumakuras. X was a top executive of the Kumakuras at the time. Rohan ordered his men to find and kidnap F.
I've done some research. I know you've cleaned up at least 18 pieces of scum from this earth, but somehow there hasn't been a single criminal investigation. They're all treated as suicides, accidents, and amazing work. How about you work for us? Of course, you have the right to say no, but it'll be the last word out of your mouth.
F was trapped. Even if he somehow survived, he would be looking over his shoulder for the... He had no choice but to take Rohan's offer. Thus, F's self-employment came to an end. He became a hired gun of the Kumakuras. Rohan even gave him a code name, Falco, named for the falcon, a bird. Falco didn't quit his job as a police officer. He worked as a detective by day. Assassin by an ordinary killer would need motive to take a life, not Falco. He did as he was told, one target after another. It didn't take long to destroy his heart completely. Time passed, and a few years back, Falco, who by this time was exhausted in body and spirit, made a fatal mistake. He missed his mark and ended up taking a bullet to the stomach. Somehow, he managed to escape. After reaching a nearby shrine, his legs finally... He had no strength left. He put his back up against the shrine and let out a moaning breath that he thought might be his last. But at that moment... in his darkening vision, he saw a woman approach him. He watched her take out her phone and dial for... At the same time, he heard footsteps of at least two people. He knew immediately that they were after him. He sprung into action, grabbing the woman and pulling her close, kissing her to keep her... That was the first encounter between Falco. She was a teacher at some school. It was like she was from a totally different world than him. Listening to her talk, he would forget she was his only contact with the ordinary, mundane world. They met in secret a few more times, and Falco felt his heart grow warmer. Her smile and kindness were like a cold glass of water for Falco's parched heart. Falco started to become himself again. He swore on his life that from then on, he would live.
So, you want to go fine. Dude, you've done a lot for us, but there is one final job I want you to... It's nothing major. This woman and her daughter. I need you to dispose of them. Should be simple, no?
Rohan handed Falco a picture of a woman. It was the teacher Falco met at the shrine, and her daughter. She had just turned... Why the two of them? Rohan, as usual, never gave her, and Falco had no intention of caring. But if he didn't, he knew that someone else... He thought long and hard. How was he going to keep them safe and get out of the... He couldn't find an answer, no matter how hard. He was backed into a corner. So, and then...
Why did you stop? What's the connection between that and You mentioned it. Was that the whole Hey.
This is a transaction, remember? Until I get a guarantee that you'll uphold your end of the bargain, I'm not telling you anything. I'll give you half up front, half... If you want to hear the rest of my story, you better start the release procedures. Once they've cleared, I'll tell you.
Date, it is unlikely that number 89 will uphold...
Computer.
Yes?
Start the preparation.
For...
What do you think? The sink.
Injected number 89 with the usual dosage.
BGL,
He
it's
will
definitely
not be
awesome.
waking up anytime
Sorry for
soon.
the late reply for this.
Are you ready, Agent Date?
Yeah.
The time limit is 6 minutes.
I know.
Then let's begin.
Sup?
No, not sup. What?
Because I want to,
Why are you getting mad at me?
Yeah, this rug feels so good on my...
Why are you suddenly a cat?
Playtime's over. Let's begin.
And stand up.
Is this the Sagan residence?
It definitely is.
Number 89. What? The green? I do not think...
Really wants to hide it, huh?
Somnium scan. Activate! This appears to correspond to the green thing. A winter iris.
I know. You can do it. I believe in you.
Stop it! You're... I got one! Aw, right up.
Did the green stuff react at all?
A phone. It won't stop ringing. It stopped. What was that?
I don't know.
I guess...
Agent Date, you've got 5 minutes.
A picture?
Just a picture.
I don't have a pen.
You don't have to go that far.
The color has returned.
Hey, Iba?
I said blood, but it is not the same. And besides, we are...
Still, I'd feel better if you used a different word.
For example?
Body fluids?
I do not... It's a ceiling fan.
Is that like a giant...
A desk fan only moves the air immediately around it.
Oh, right.
Blow on it. Ah. Oh.
Oh.
It's ringing again. It stopped.
I am curious, but what if they threaten me?
You're a police officer. I suppose we...
At least you didn't faint.
Agent Date, you've got 4 minutes.
It's a pot. It appears to be some...
Maybe a soybean stew?
It might also be boiled...
Yeah, like a slime.
A turtle ninja could leap out at... What?
I told you to wear it.
Wear it? All right.
Are you okay?
I am fine, actually.
I'm a little worried about your...
Why? My head. There is some kind... It is...
Did you find anything?
Well, there is something.
Cork.
What is this substance?
It's obviously not green.
Perhaps it's jelly.
It's not jelly.
A book. Yeah! Are you sure this will help us?
It might.
You have 3 minutes, Date.
I wonder what these books symbolize.
I don't know. Maybe he used to oversee it.
Number 89. A library. What is that?
It's an eye.
Date, what are we know so?
Yes.
You insane.
What?
Hitomi? A skull. Would that not be disrespectful?
Dead. It's a
All right. Sorry about...
Whose skull was this?
Unknown. I also... A book. Here I go. What happened?
Nothing.
You have less than 2 minutes.
A book.
Hurry.
A green book.
I do not think there is any...
All right. Guess it's not.
What? A book. Ah! What is this going to accomplish?
We're driving number 89 into a...
By tearing up
Yeah. I remember how shocked I felt when Mizuki...
that situation. What?
Who is that?
What do I do? Stop!
Ah, that was the...
Stop right there!
Date, this is a serious...
Where's Boss?
Huh?
Boss, where is...
I don't know. I haven't seen her since about...
Damn it.
Date, listen. Something happened.
Huh?
Please stay calm. So Sejima's body was discovered. He was cut into pieces and put inside a vase.
That can't be.
The housekeeper found him and reported it to the... And one more thing. So was missing his left eye.
You mean the Cyclops killer did it?
Probably, yeah.
What is your next move, Date?
We'll deal with So later. Before that, I need to talk to Boss.
I suggest checking her off.
Good idea. Not here. Where is she? What the hell is going on? What is going on? Hitomi was shot by Rohan Kumiko to protect number 89. Boss, Why was Boss there? Because it was a dream? Was it completely random? No, that can't. You can't dream of a face you've never seen. Number 89 must know. Iva, can you hack the—
I will try. Unlocked. Logging in. I have recovered some video data. It was uploaded only a few hours.
Open it.
Guys.
Sosajima. Why? Why? Boss?
Guys.
Sosajima. Why? Why? Boss? What's going on? Why did Boss kill so— Shoko was killed around 5 p.m. What was Boss doing at that time?
Unknown.
What about Saturday, 8 p.m.?
The time Renju was killed, similarly
Iris and Ota were killed at different— I was watching the stream on the call with Boss.
only the first few minutes. The polar bear had not yet appeared on stream. It is possible that she made the call from somewhere off camera.
Where was Boss's phone at the time? Check her cell records.
She did not call from a mobile phone. She used a PC, using a VPN service. She could have accessed her Abyss PC from the warehouse and made the—
Boss is the new Cyclops. Shoko, Renju. Boss killed them all?
The evidence makes that a likely possibility. So also had his left eye identical to Shoko, Renju. Date, I know where the boss is. I have picked up her GPS.
Where?
She is now at the Sagan residence, somewhere inside Hitomi's—
What? Hitomi! Hitomi! Iva, call Boss's phone.
On it. The boss's phone.
Oh shit.
Kaname Date, you were under arrest for murder.
What the hell?
Drop your weapon. Comply!
Boss. I didn't kill anyone. Please believe me.
They are not listening to you.
Please. You drop your guns, I'll drop.
Date, do you really think...
But what choice do I have? Boss is the that woman right there is the... She's tricking you.
They are well trained. They did not even flinch.
I could ask you the same. You killed Shoko Nadami.
That's ridiculous. What are you talking about?
Don't lie. Are you kidding me?
You're the new psych...
What?
You put a gun to So's head and pulled the trigger. I saw it with my own eye.
Shut up! Shut up! I don't know. She was gone when I got here.
Why did you come here?
Why would I tell you?
This is going nowhere.
Are you going to fight?
I have no choice.
I recommend against it. You have zero chance of...
Well then, what can I do?
Let me think. Date, what is that on the kitchen table? Could it be your...
What?
The magazine.
You want me to look at a magazine?
Just look.
It can't be. This is the stuff of legends. Only the most diehard fans have ever laid eyes. Whoa! Limited edition!
Date, load Evolver with shoot at the cloud.
Why?
Just do as I say. She is probably just unconscious. Her right shoulder and left leg suffered damage.
A dust explosion, huh?
Thank you.
But you could have just had me throw the bag of flour.
That would have been too slow. To improve your reaction time, I had...
Mm-hmm. Anyway, let's... Hey, this is just a cooking...
Boss is still unconscious. However, her brainwaves are stable. Syncing with her shouldn't be an...
Date, talking to her, you do know that, don't...
Because I know that the boss is my enemy. I got the video from Iba. I processed it and found that it showed no sign of tampering, which means there can be no mistake. After pulling out his left, that makes the odds of her being the culprit behind the other murders. Or maybe she had accomplices. Either way, that's why I am cooperating with you. I want it as bad as the truth. I had him put back behind bars.
In Fuchu prison.
That's right. I couldn't keep him here. She has broken her right shoulder, as well as the fibula of her left leg. But her brain is... You can sync with her.
Computer, are the preparations done?
Ready anytime.
Let's get started.
Date.
I know. 6-minute time limit. I'll be back before time's up.
Well then, let's begin.
Time to loosen.
Do you always have to come in like...
It is of the utmost importance.
At a time like this?
Times like this are perfect. Anyway, it appears to be an abandoned factory of some...
What could Boss be hiding?
Somnium scan. Arrested.
Break the lock with that.
Roger. It worked!
All right, open.
Several keys have fallen.
One of them must be the right one.
I do not have time to try all of...
Hopefully there's some kind of sign.
Indeed.
Agent Date, you've got 5 minutes. got 4 minutes.
A door that looks like the It's a key. The ice pick is next to... It appears to be correct.
That's what I said.
The tag is labeled A.
I was right.
That must mean you can use this key.
Come on.
A door that looks like the anywhere door. Perhaps we can use the...
Yeah, try that.
It opened. Odd. Isn't this the...
Looks like the floors are connected in a...
Quite the trouble. A door with... It does not appear to be... This is the second floor.
It's like a maze. I have to remember what...
You have 3 minutes,
Door
Dante.
C. It doesn't appear... Oh, we're on...
We leave the second floor and come right back to it?
Door E.
You have less than 2 minutes.
An oil drum hung with... Oh!
Guess you should check that door.
A rusted metal door. It does not appear to be locked. This again.
So we can't just grab one. We have...
It's a key with a watch. The hands indicate. Is this the correct?
Saturday night at 8.
D is written on the... I will try the key.
Yeah, try it.
It opened. This door too.
Date! 30 seconds!
We'll go back.
Agent Date, you've got 5 minutes.
A door that... Hmm? It's a key. The tag is...
Agent Date, you've got 4 minutes.
A door that... Perhaps... A door with... Door C... Door E... An oil drum. A rusted metal... It does not... It's a key with a watch. The hands indicate... I will try.
Less than 1 minute! Hurry!
A broken pipe. rusted metal door. This key has control panel written on.
Control panel?
Rows of rows of monitor. Rows of
Dante,
monitors and
30 seconds.
rows of monitors.
Oh.
Rows of monitors and now door D prime.
Dante, you're out of time.
Date.
Damn it, what?
Oh yeah, this junk is definitely confusing.
A rusted metal.
Break.
Agent Dante, you've got 5 minutes.
A door that looks like. It's a key.
Wish there was a way for her to run past.
A door that looks like the any.
Agent Dante, you've got 4 minutes.
A door. A door with.
It's like a maze.
Doors. Door E.
That's why I'm messing up at.
Agent Date, you've got 5 minutes.
A door that...
How about that 10 for the 1-6?
It's a key.
Can't do no back.
A door that looks...
Agent Date, you've got 4 minutes.
A door with... Door... Oh.
You have 3 minutes, Date.
How much am I missing?
Door... An oil drum hung with... A rusted metal... It does not... This again.
So we can't just grab one. We have...
It's a key with a watch, but the hands indicate...
Less than 1 minute. Hurry!
So where am I?
Agent Date, you've got 5 minutes.
Okay. Fuck it up. We got this.
A door that looks...
I'll bite the 10.
It's a key... A door...
Looks like the...
Agent Date, you've got 4 minutes.
A door with... Door C... Oh, we're on the second... Door E. An oil drum.
You have 3 minutes, Dante.
A rusted. It's a key with a watch. The hands indicate.
You have less than 2 minutes. Hurry.
This. A broken pipe. A rusted metal door. I think it. Rows of monitors and buttons. Rows of monitors and... Rows of monitor... Rows of monitors...
Oh.
Rows of monitors...
It extended.
Door...
Less than 1 minute. Hurry.
What? Doors...
Alright, Vizia.
Dante, 30 seconds.
Door B prime. Door F. This... The first floor. This is the first...
That big door. If we can see what's in there, we'll figure something.
Dante, you're out of time.
I ain't got enough.
Date, there is no time.
Damn it.
Alright, this is gonna. This is crazy. This one is a little bit more confusing than what I thought it was. Like I'm almost there, y'all. I promise you, I'm almost there.
Arrested med.
Break.
Agent Date, you've got 5 minutes.
A door that. It's a key. A door.
Agent Date, you've got 4 minutes.
A door with B written. Door C. Oh. Door E. An oil drum.
You have 3 minutes, Date.
A rusted metal. It does. This again. It's a key with a watch beside it. The hands indicate.
You have less than 2 minutes. Hurry.
It's a key with a watch beside the hands. I will. This.
You have less than 2 minutes. Hurry.
A broken. A rusted metal door. Rows of monitors. Rows of monitors and buttons. Rows of monitors and buttons. Rows of Rows of door.
I said 1 minute! Hurry!
Rows of monitor. This appears to be rows of monitors and rows of monitors and rows of
Oh.
rows of monitor. Door deep.
I said 1 minute! Hurry!
Door C pro. Door B prime.
Dante! 30 seconds!
Door F. The first floor. This is the first time we've been here. An iron. Ready? I'm going to...
That's... Iba, return to the control room on the 3rd floor.
At once.
What the hell is going on?
Tate, what are you doing? 6 minutes are up!
Wait! Hitomi is...
Tate, you can't go any longer! Force shutdown!
No!
Shit. So he killed his wife. Killed Iris. And Boss. This shit is wild. Fuck. Like, seriously.
I took a look around your head, and I discovered something. Something about the new Cyclops serial killer. Apart from Ota, there are 4 victims. Shoko Nadami, Renju Okiura, Iris Sagan, and So Tsujima. Who was responsible for these murders? Shoko was stabbed by Renju with an ice pick. Renju was strangled to death by Iris. So cut open Iris's body, but who shot? It was you. In other words, all of these murders were committed. There wasn't just one. That's how it looks on the surface, but that's not the truth. There's only one culprit, one person, and that person is... Yes, the person in front of me right now.
You're blaming the commander of Abyss for this?
No, not Boss. The person inside Boss's head.
Can you at least try to make sense?
All right, I'll explain. You know about the abandoned chemical plant in Cub? There's a prototype sync machine there. You use that device to swap around bodies one by one.
In other words, the entire egg ends up being replaced. Mind, consciousness, memory.
I don't know where it started, but at some point, you got into Shoko's brain. Then, you got into Renju's, and got rid of Shoko's body. After Renju was Iris. You strangled Renju using Iris. After that, into So, who you used to kill Iris and Ota at the cult's. Now, you're inside her head.
I see. If you know that much, then I have nothing left to... Yes, I am the culprit. I guess you can call me the... Saito Tsujima. Congressman Tsujima's son.
What?
I researched Saito thoroughly, but I cannot find any images of him on the... He is listed on the family register, but
Before I do, there's something I want to... How did you know about... You also seem to know what the sync machine is... Why is that?
That's...
Regaining your memories. Human memory is fractal. If you retain even a single piece of it, it's pieces of memories are like roots that grow into every... Gradually, slowly. I imagine the same thing is happening in your brain.
a fractal is a figure with self... Allow me to explain. See this? Whichever fragment you cut, you will see a similar shape. The whole is made up of its similar parts. This is called a fractal figure. Memories in the brain are similar. That he is claiming that from a few pieces, you can rebuild.
Parallel parallel worlds exist.
That was me.
You imitate her well. From the way you talked and your body language, it was like the real Iris. Earlier, too. Almost your imitation of Boss was...
Yes, there's a reason. Let me define some term. A person's memory and sense of self. It isn't quite the right word, but now, transferring that personality into let's call that parasitism. The one transferring is the parasite, the one being transferred into. Are you with me so far? Moving on. Even after the personality exchange is complete, the host's memory isn't completely lost. About 1% remains in the brain. So, a parasite could use that 1%. That's how I knew about the warehouse and Sunfish Pocket, by the way. Thanks to Renju and Iris's remaining memories. I'm telling you, it was me. Why are you making me repeat myself?
That means the Somnium I entered on Sunday.
That's right. It was me.
What's going on here?
Fine. Nice
time.
You'll see. So, where do you... Like you guessed, my personality was in Shoko. That made calling Renju I need to talk to you about. He came over without... I think it was around. I had him meet me at the chemical plant. I made Renju go to sleep, synced, switched personalities, and then stabbed Shoko's discarded body with an ice pick. I took Shoko to Bloom Park by car, using the old abandoned... Must have been around 8 p.m. by the time I was finished. I tied up Shoko. After that, I used Renju's phone to send a Nile message. Then, I just waited for Mizuki. Until next Saturday evening, my personality was... My next target was Iris. I knew she would be suspicious if I asked her to come to Kawasaki, so I called her a little before 5 p.m., and she arrived. I greeted her, then convinced... That's when Ota saw... Anyway, I put her in the car, then headed to the camp. On the way, I made her take a sleeping. I knew she might run once she saw where we were going. It was around 7 p.m. when I got there, and I wasted no time. After getting Iris's body, I used a rolled-up apron to strangle Renju to death. Then I put his body in an empty oil drum I'd prepared earlier. I put that in the trunk of the car, then headed to Sunfish. But then, something I did. Waiting for the signal in Akiba, someone knocked on the window. It was Ota. He asked me something about being able to drive. He was surprised, to say the least. I didn't have time to, but I couldn't risk him finding the oil drum in the trunk. Plus, if word got around that Renju's car was spotted driving, that would foil my... So, I told him that I didn't have a license, so he had to... That's what that thing referred to in Ota's Nile. And just like that, I managed to escape a bad situation and headed to Sunfish Pocket as... The rest went exactly as you are... Sunday morning, I had a recording or some... Oh, I am, of course, referring to... I didn't want to draw suspicion, so... I went to Lemniscate and performed my... And when I left, I ran... To be honest, I was a little surprised. Just the previous night, I was a parasite in the body. I didn't think Ota had seen... So, of course, I didn't expect to see you. You were on to me. but there was nothing I could do. If I ran, it would only increase your... So I decided to play my role. The interrogation began around 8. Then you synced into my mind. But you didn't get what you were looking for. As a result, you had no choice but to release. I didn't want to go home right away. I knew there might be police where that would make it difficult to sneak out at night. And that would... So I asked you to take me to Marble. I tried, but then another unexpected... I got a Nile message. I knew I could use him. So I told him I needed his help and to meet... He did as I instructed. After that, I got into the van. But because his presence was unnecessary, I asked him to stop at a convenience store to buy me. When he was gone, I took his car and drove to my parents' house where I used to live. Yes, the Sajima. Of course, I knew I couldn't just walk up and ring, "Hello, Father." I was also in Iris's... But I thought I could use that. So I pushed on the intercom and sure enough, my dad invited... I told him this: "I want you to come with me." He was quiet for a while, but eventually agreed. We arrived at the prototype sync machine around 11:50. By the time I was in the body of Sosajima, it was a new day. This was yesterday, early past midnight. In my new body, I drugged Iris, put her in the van. Okiura Fishery cold... I arrived around 1, then prepared for the show for a couple hours. Of course, when I say show, I mean dismembering Iris. Because of the temperature in the warehouse, it took longer than I expected to prepare, but... Well, you saw it in the video. Of course, I didn't anticipate Ota would show... What does that make it? 3 times that brat has shown... That annoyed me to no end, and I took that out on him. Dressing him up in the polar bear was an impromptu plan on my part. I didn't mean to make you think he was the killer. I just wanted to throw a wrench into the investigation. Didn't matter if he found out or not. This all happened Monday morning. I left the warehouse around 3:30. There isn't much to talk about. Before noon, I used my old man's body to call this one Boss. You might not know this, but she and my father go back about 6 years. The two shared a terrible... Hinting at that was enough to get the boss to come running to me. I injected her with a sedative, then brought her body to the chemical plant. I synced with her, exchanged our bodies, and after blowing my father's brains out, I cut his body into pieces. I stuffed the meat into a vase I'd brought earlier, then drove back to my house. The prototype sync machine. It administers a strong dose of sedatives to the original body, and a stimulant to the host after a sync. That kept them docile. You know all about the prototype sync machine. That should explain it. Of course, I don't really care about I don't need them. All I cared about was exchanging bodies. And for that, I needed to remove the left.
Why didn't you just put the eyes back when you were done?
That's obvious. Once I was finished transferring into a new body, the old one was why would I bother replacing the... I was just going to get rid of it anyway. Shoko's is in Renju. Renju's is in Iris. Iris's is in Dad. Dad's is in... their stomachs, I mean.
You sick bastard.
Yes, I ate them immediately after exchanging
How horrible.
Homicide is my hobby. I have a tenacity for it. What can I... Of course, it was also necessary to make sure people kept their... If I took over someone's body, they would know about my crime. I couldn't risk them reporting me, so I killed them. It was also a matter of revenge. It's personal. That's why I chose people close to you. Well, except for my father. That was personal to me, but don't ask. It's a... This series of murders was like traveling through bodies to finally... That's the thing about traveling. You always wind up in the same place. Where do you think that is? Your home. A trip is only complete once you return. The same goes for me. When I return home, my travel... So I'll be needing it back.
What?
You stole my body. You took it from me 6 years ago. That's why I...
What are you talking about?
You have no idea what it was like inside. I miss it. No matter how many people I killed, it never worked. I never felt happy. I feel...
You...
He was born with a brain dysfunction. Due to damage to the posterior pituitary gland, he was unable to properly secrete oxytocin.
Oh, my old body. How are you finding it? That's what I've been
But I don't have the same oxytocin deficiency you did.
That is because I regularly supplement it. They must have increased your dosage too much.
No, but the person who had this disorder was number 89. The original...
That is what I believed as well, but we must have misunderstood. Pewter did not specify who only that one of the original culprits responsible was current.
That's strange. That would mean number 89 is the previous chairman, Rohan.
That must be it. Rohan is a parasite inside number 89's brain. Pewter must have known that.
No way.
Let us determine the specifics using Saito as our starting. Whose brain was he in before Bob?
So Sejima.
And before So?
Iris. And before that... And before that...
And before Sho.
I was a parasite inside Rohan's brain 6 years ago until last year. I'd lost most of my memories. I was a shell of a man. They housed me in a special hospital, but I still had those fragments of, just as I explained earlier. From a single piece, you can recreate the whole. I took my time, slowly. 1 year ago, I remembered everything. I left the hospital and immediately sought out. I got her body, and she was in Rohan's. When she saw herself in the mirror, she lost her mind. She was confused, panicking, running up the emergency staircase.
That's why Rohan committed suicide.
After that, I spent a year perfecting my using Shoko's, but I spied on you all. That's why I know everything. In that body you are operating right now, my personality lived there.
Wait, hold on. If what you're saying is true, what about my
It was in Rohan.
I'm not Rohan!
Correct. It is just as he explained earlier. Number 89 was in Rohan's body. In other words...
That's my real...
Sorry, but I want my body back. It's quite simple. Sync with me and stay inside my mind for more than 6 minutes.
And if I refuse?
I know it.
Huh?
Date, look! This is streaming live.
Damn you!
If you give me back my body, I will give you the... Oh, and of course, it isn't the...
Iba, where's the...
It is being routed through numerous IPs. I cannot identify the source.
Computer! Contact head... Got it!
Now, what will you agree to my request?
Date!
See? I knew you wouldn't refuse. I know you well.
I did it! I'm back. I got it all back!
Hey, where's Hitomi?
All right, I'll tell you as promised. Boss's house. However, it might be too late by now.
What? Why?
Return my body and I'll tell you the location. That's what I said. I didn't lie. I kept my promise.
You bastard!
You're the one who injured that body. It's your own fault, really.
Damn it!
Be seeing you.
Date, are you all right?
Everyone's dead. I couldn't do anything. Saito had me right where he wanted. Nothing.
Parallel worlds exist.
could I have had?
Oh man. So before I continue, let's go over this. Okay, so we just did the green route. Now the green route kind of went over or what's actually going on. So basically, Sojima's son, Saito Sojima, has been body swapping. Remember when they was talking about body swapping if he's being in the machine longer than 6 minutes. So he's been using the machine to switch between people. So basically, he used the machine to keep on switching and switching, and then eventually he got up to boss, like killing people along the way just to get his body back, in which he killing everybody that is close to Dante. And Dante apparently is the real 89, which is Falco. Whew, man. This is really, really crazy. Like, it took a turn that I was not expecting. So, yeah. We about to go ahead and get started. So, it's picking up Wednesday, day 6, Sosa AI. And this is where Dante and 89 begins. So let's get started. And this was locked, by the way. I just want to let y'all know this was locked.
You're awake.
Damn it!
I don't think you can release yourself.
Well, do something about it.
What is it you expect me?
Come out of my eye socket and get this off.
I cannot.
Why not?
My body has short-circuited. It must have been the electric currents from earlier. But fortunately, my communication function. I attempted to reach HQ and Abyss
And?
No response.
They ignore.
There must be pressure from the higher-ups, likely a result of Congressman Sojima's
He thinks I'm investigating Monica's case.
That is not the only reason. So Sojima holds a personal grudge against you. He wants you dead. That is likely why Pewter is attempting to delete my data.
Are you okay?
For now, but if they breach my final layer of ice, I would cease to exist.
You're Saito Sojima.
Oh, so you figured it out.
Renju's body on the ground, without his left eye. You were inside Renju, weren't you? You used the machine to exchange minds, then got rid of his body.
Close, but you're a little... I didn't get rid of the bot. He died of natural... But what interests me more is you. How do you know you can use the sync machine? The way you're talking makes me think you know why I took out his left. The current. Did it unlock your memory? Then tell me.
Mine.
That means your body.
This is your body.
Well, if you know that much, then this should be... Give me back my... Don't worry, I haven't killed them. Yet.
Yet?
The brain you are currently occupying has it releases a flood of dopamine and endorphins when it kills. I thought I'd take that brain back before killing the... In front of you, of course. Which is why I haven't killed... Such beautiful eyes. I was going to begin the sync, but I think I've changed. I want to see you but what will
if you don't shut your mouth right...
All right, talking it is. What should I say? Do you have any questions for...
So this is where I'm gonna kind of end things up. This is like the final one, and it wraps up this game. So this is where I'm gonna end things off at. And again, thank you guys for definitely tuning into this one. I hope you guys have a wonderful one. And again, thank you for stopping by.